Hello there, folks. DJ Burgstarre here, back with another tip. So today I want to try and explain this circle of fifths and how it can help you write in a track or in your music composition. Let me explain the circle of fifths real quick, and then we'll use it in a real-world example over here. So what the circle of fifths is basically telling you is it's relating to a piano keyboard here, basically. So when you see here it says C and then G, that is a perfect fifth. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a perfect fifth from the last note. And if you keep going up perfect fifths, it will go all the way around to a C again. And that's why they have this in a circle, because it kind of goes all the way around back to a C again. Now the inside letters here, these are minor keys, so you can go from A minor to E minor to. Now why are these next to each other like this? Well, DJs use this a lot, for instance, because they're trying to go from one track to another, and if they're playing in the key of C one track and they don't have another track in C readily available, they know that they can load up an F or a G and it should sound okay, and it won't sound like a train wreck. But if they try and go from a C to, let's say, an E, the whole dance floor is going to say, ooh, ouch, my ears. It's just not going to sound right. And I'll show you why when we use a real world example here. And how you might use this in a track that you're writing is sometimes you might have a chorus that will come in and it will be in a different key because you wanted it to sound more uplifting or something. And you've exhausted all the chords in a key of C, and you wanted to maybe jump to another key to make that sound different in your song without sounding bad. Also, I've heard songs where the track will, in the first 3/4 of the track, be in one key, and then right at the end, it'll be a different key, where they're sort of changing the tone of that track to finish it off or to make it more uplifting at the end. And so they can change keys within one song, but you have to be careful when you're changing keys if you're in the same track. You got to stay within this circle of fifths or it'll sound like a train wreck. Let's start actually with minor keys. So we'll do an example with a minor key and we'll show you how that sounds here. So we'll start with an A minor here, and we'll kind of go around, and you'll see that these chords can kind of play together and still sound okay. So we'll start with an A minor. So I'll bring up my sort of, I've got chord progressions here. So this is going to be A minor, minor progressions. We'll put one up here. Okay, we'll start with that, and then let's look at a circle of fifths again. And the next one will be an E minor. So let's go find that. So let's get an E minor here. Okay. There's an E minor right there. So we'll go to progressions and we'll take minor chord and we'll throw this minor on here. And we'll just go to the next one even. So the next one would be a B minor. So we'll get back over here and we'll find that B minor. There we go. And we can go here to progressions, and let's see how all this sounds here. And what we'll do is after this, we'll put in a key that jumps too far, and you'll see what happens when you don't stay within the circle of fifths. So let's play this, and let's sort of pretend this is your verse, and this is your chorus, and this is like the ending of your song. So you can have 3 different keys in your song, and it might still sonically sound okay. And this can sort of help you get creative with your music composition. So let's play this. Now we'll go to the next one on the circle of fifths. Not bad. See, it sounded okay. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so you see how we completely changed keys in this song, but it still sounded okay because we stuck within this circle of fifths. We did the A minor, E minor, and B minor. Now, let's say we tried to go from A minor to, let's say, a C minor over here, and we'll see how that sounds. And you'll see that if you're not sticking within that circle of fifths, things can go haywire really fast for you. So let's see, we wanted an A minor and we were going to go to C minor. Okay, so let's find a C minor. All right, so if I just randomly chose a chord or a different key that wasn't in that circle of fifths, you'll see what can happen. So, all right, so we started here and then we're going to jump to this one that's not next to another letter in that circle of fifths, and you'll see what happens. All right. Ooh. You see how that just did not sound right. Let's play the one that did sound right again. You see? That works. So sometimes you want to sort of stay in this circle of fifths to change keys in your song, and if you're not sure what key you can go into, just look at your circle of fifths. It's pretty simple. So if you're in major chords and you want to go from an A to something else, you can go to a D or an E and it should sound okay. But try and jump from an A to a C and you'll see that it's going to be a train wreck, as I like to call it. So that's all I wanted to say today. Basically, use this circle of fifths when you're writing a track, and you might be able to get out of one key and be able to do some creative composition by using the circle of fifths. So anyway, thanks for listening again and watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. DJ Burgstarre out.